Now, these are some work. There's more to it than that, but it's just a rough example for me to have a hint in what God is working with me. It's written in this book, what has happened, more or less of what's written here. Same thing or similar or different, but anyway, it's based on that principle. Okay, it started back then when God spoke to me. And this is what happened while I was writing in thought. No, God spoke to me saying, I am lost in space with the world. Sorry, let's repeat that again. No, God spoke to me saying, I'll be lost in space with the world, but only for a short time. Equals. Instantly, I read and said, I have found the way already to new heaven and new earth. See, God said this because He knows me very well. When God, if someone else says it to me, I don't know if it's got an effect. But when God says that to me, I've got to be found. I don't want to be lost. So instantly, I had found the way already to new heaven and earth. So He caused me to figure out the way through His power, whichever way He did that. Stage 1: take all on board, as many as required for the journey, leaving many back as needed for work, like back on Earth, so as in other planets when they are built. This is very much spoken in my writings elsewhere, but continuing. Stage 2 equals take all that is 1 or 2 or 3 or so on, motherships or little ships, so on. Take everything for survival reason on the ship at all balanced life, so on. You may need to make 1 or more, so on. Or whatever that says there, I lost the translation, I missed it anyway. Stage 3, I have found the way, yet still lost in space. The way is head to planet by planet, fixing all planets to fix it up as livable, that is, for life for life to be sustainable there. So as people in life will live together there as also here on planet Earth, that is, okay, permanently. Head to other planets also doing the same first. What's that word? First doing the same thing first, securing Earth for life survival. So as other planets and every planet along the way in our galaxy. Leave workers as usual behind to fix a planet and keep the galaxy running. So some will go on the mission of cosmos salvation, as you will see further on in this lesson or other lessons after this video, and some will be left behind to fix up everything. If more room needed for space stations, we can do that and also fix things like petrol stations, food places, so on, along the way, like space stations, drop-offs, or anything really. Anything you want out there, just like on planet Earth, you can have it out there in space or in other planets. Like eat in, take away, so on. Petrol stations, so as water, so as so on. Like planet Earth here, so as up there. Find out if planet Mars or other planets have good soil for planting, so on. If so, build a kind of like greenhouse, and inside it, make it as big or as small as possible. That is, bigger the better. Place trees, so on, like people, animals on it, in it to live like Earth. So we can have a lot of these all over planet Mars, for example, or any planet that's we head that way, eventually to all planets. Find out how to make an error protected layer around each planet Hope oxygen does not escape. I'm not sure if this can happen, okay? If there's no air laser, there may already be there one anyway. From planets, maybe. Maybe gravity will keep it down. What's that word? I better look at it. Where are we up to? Okay. Find out how to make an error protection layer around each planet. Hope oxygen does not escape, blah blah blah. If not, it will remain there. Gravity will keep it down, possibly not, we'll see. Then what's that word? I can't find it. Then opening all the greenhouses, releasing air as required until the planets and each planet becomes full of oxygen. Equals. So as then, better dream vision is when air is released out of the planets. Not our planet, Earth, but the other planets, once it's really full. Once all planets have air, that is, and what's that word again? And once all planets have got oxygen, in other words, then you can release it out of the oxygen. The planet, that is, you can release the oxygen into the actual space. Is what I'm saying here. Until all the galaxy is full. Now note this. That it's full of air. So as then, once this is done, you only need one spaceship to fly out the Earth, or like other planets and moons and stuff like this that's been taken over. Helicopters. So then helicopters and planes will be able to fly in space now, coming out of things like spaceships. In success, since there is air now and oxygen, suppose if we have success in the galaxies, there's oxygen. There's when we fix this, when it's fixed up, you see. So what I'm saying is, once everything's fixed up to be livable like planet Earth on other planets, we can make an artificial protection layer around the Earth so it doesn't escape the oxygen, but have openings to release some of it out and slowly fill up the galaxy. So then planes and helicopters work it out, can get out of the spaceship, and then fly in actual space since there's oxygen there now. So as we can do that on space stations, if the soil is no good, that is on planets, we can collect manure for trees to compost soil. Place it on plants, but we need to manufacture a lot here, up there. So we need patience, and we need to have a lot of shit. But anyway, that's funny. But anyway, beaches. We need to find out how to create beaches that are made artificially or whichever way. Yet the Bible records no evidence of fish being saved, but this is not impossible. There may be a way of searching to do this. Only creation on land is saved, but we can try to find it. It is not wrong to save, especially human life. But anyway, we must rely on prayer. We must find a way to create water. This is easily done by using some sort of plastic, I'm not sure the proper name, that you put in desert places, on the ground. This is kind of like plastic thing, I'm not sure what it is, and the sun's rays produces sweat, which produces water or something like that. Anyway, there may be better technology. Kind of food wrapper, okay, I forgot the name. You dig holes, okay, well, I'll explain that. Okay. We can also do that at Earth and deliver the water up there, or any other better way technology that will actually create water. If there is some. If there isn't, we may invent some in the future. Sea water may be able to create it simply by using salt, but I don't know how, if we can create this, the right amount of chemicals or whatever has to be there, whatever, to produce, like in some places, like in seawater. But I'm not sure how it's manufactured. I don't know. The guy has not revealed this to me, but it may be ways of looking into the salt or something like that. Maybe it's not possible, but possible, I don't know. Because you need to be on planet Earth because of the sun's distance and one moon method, but not impossible we see. So as the sun's light can only be distributed by, it can be duplicated by duplicate lights, like the one same, similar or different emitted for growing individual plants or things like that, okay? Chicks that hatch from lights and stuff like this can be used also for chick breeding and maybe plants, I don't know, we'll see. But there are lights like that. We make them up high as possible where reach, so as keeping the season in winter, autumn, spring, summer in the correct order in accordance to how many days it takes a planet to make a full circle around the sun. For instance, if it is Mars, it has to be Mars season. It doesn't, not Earth seasons. In relating to Earth's calendar, that is in relating to how long it takes for the Mars to go around the Sun in accordance to the mathematical term of Earth's, for example. That is Mars calendars. This will generate power to cause the Sun to heat up more better the planet, so it will one day rain, so as in other planets it must be related to Earth's calendar, season, so on, but in that mathematical calculation of equivalent to Earth's planets in relating to each other planet, rotating around life of Mars, so on, Jupiter, whatever. You know, I'm running out of tape. So on, when lights are used before the sun, giving us its every day, you can also use fire to warm up, blah, blah, blah. The North Pole, the poles, we need to create poles because it must be for proper seasons, days, so on. This case, easily be done by the opposite of lights method. Simply place refrigerators to its north-south in